Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, 042. Thank you for joining us today. You're watching Sunrise on Aneke TV. Your cheerful start and trusted morning friend, I'm Deborah Wakoba, coming to you live from our studio here in vibrant Enugu.
And I'm Uche Osai. Wherever you are, at home, in your office, or in traffic, thank you for letting us into your space this lovely Wednesday morning. As always, we're here to refresh, inform, and motivate.
Yes, and it's Wednesday, September 10, 2025. We've got everything you need this morning, starting from news, weather reports, what's trending, and that feel-good sunrise spirit to kickstart your day.
So, grab that cup of coffee or tea, relax, set sail with us, because the sunrise has begun.
Yes, and on today's Sunrise, we'll begin with our quote of the day, an inspiring or thoughtful words that is not only educative and encouraging, but also offers insight to keep us focused and motivated.
And right after that, we'll give you today's stories from newspaper headlines. Key updates you need to stay fresh will be served hot and tasty.
Yes, we've also got your weather report for today, covering cities across the southeast, which will help you get well prepared before stepping out.
And later we'll take you through today's celebration and observance to lift your spirit.
Now to our quote of the day. It is coming from Dr. Chuba Okadibo. Like I said, it is coming from Dr. Chuba Okadibo, former Nigerian Senate President and foremost political thinker. And in his quotes today, he says, if you are emotionally attached to your tribe, religion, or political learning, to the point that the truth and justice become secondary considerations, your education is useless. Your exposure is useless. If you cannot reason beyond petty sentiments, you are a liability to mankind. And this quote is a strong reflection on the dangers of blind loyalty and narrow-mindedness. And it is saying that when someone values the tribe, religion, or political group so much that they ignore the truth and justice, then whatever education or exposure they have does not really matter. Well, we all know that education is supposed to help people think critically and to be fair and seek truth. But if someone allows emotion and bias to control their judgment, they fail to live up to the purpose of being educated. And in other words, this quote is trying to warn us that when people refuse to reason beyond tribalism or reason beyond true religious bias or political sentiments, that they stop being helpful to society and instead they become a liability, meaning they become progress rather than to contribute to the society or anything. So they just feel like, okay, this is my brother, this is my sister, I have to support him or her, not minding whether the person is right or not. They just have, we are from one tribe, we have to belong, we have to support each other. But instead, let education and let the truth lead. That is what I have to say concerning this quote.
All right, you pretty covered everything about that quote. You know, remember Chuba Okadibo, the foremost sagacious politician and an intellectual. I remember that in his time we were able to witness some intellectual display at the National Assembly as the president of the Senate. However, in this quote, Chuba Okadibo is simply, like you just pointed out, telling us to leave sentiments, our biases, and leaning, and be a just human being. That education is nothing in itself if you cannot live above this primordial sentiment. Deborah, when I see you, I should treat you as a human being first, not because you and I are acquaintances or we come from the same place, or I treat you differently because you don't speak same language with me, or we don't worship in the same church and all that. So for Chuba Okadibo, those things are immaterial. Just as a human being, be fair to all, be just, and remove sentiment in everything without bias. Look up to your responsibility first as a human being. You owe it to yourself and to the society.
Yes, thank you very much for that. And please always keep in mind that every new sunrise brings an opportunity for us to grow, to explore something new, learn, or simply be more present. Please let us know what this quote means to you. You can drop your thought on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube, all at Aneke TV. Now, going forward, we're going to take you to the weather updates.
All right.
Well, in today's weather update covering major cities across Southeast. Now, we'll be taking a look at Awka. In Awka, the day begins mostly cloudy with early morning showers by late morning. Into midday, skies remain cloudy as temperatures climbs toward 30 to 31 degrees Celsius, and the afternoon stays hot but unsettled with possible showers. And evening brings heavier activity as thunderstorms are also expected before conditions ease into a cloudy night in the mid-20 degrees Celsius.
And coming to the cold city, Enugu wakes up to mild conditions near 23 degrees Celsius under mostly cloudy skies. Light showers are expected in the morning, giving way to a warmer midday high near 30 degrees Celsius. By afternoon, skies remain cloudy with occasional showers. The evening, however, may turn stormy with thunderstorms forecast towards 9 p.m. before settling overnight.
Yes, and moving over to Abakaliki. In Abakaliki, the days opens cloudy with light showers around mid-morning. Temperatures rise steadily, peaking at 29 to 30 degrees Celsius. In the afternoon, under mostly cloudy skies towards evening. More showers are likely, especially around 6 p.m. before the city heads into a humid, cloudy night with lows near 24 degrees Celsius.
And over to Owerri. Owerri starts the morning cloudy at 22 degrees Celsius, with rain moving in by morning. The city warms to around 30 degrees Celsius by noon, though rain may briefly return. By evening, thunderstorms are expected before lingering into the night. Overnight conditions remain cloudy, with temperatures holding steady in the mid-20 degrees Celsius.
Now, lastly, in Umuahia, Umuahia sees a cloudy start with morning showers arriving, and then the afternoon grows hotter with highs of 29 to 30 degrees Celsius under intermittent cloud cover. Showers return by afternoon, followed by more rain in the evening. The night remains cloudy and warm, with lows around 24 degrees Celsius.
So, wherever you are in the Southeast today, stay safe, be comfortable, keep your umbrella handy. Rain or shine, we've got you covered. This is your news weather update on Aneke TV. Stay with us. We'll come back shortly.
Hello, I'm Debra Wakoba. I am Chidimike Mede.
I am Uche Osai.
I'm Chiwendo Ifeonwankwe.
My name is Obobina Samson.
Please keep watching Aneke TV, or you can visit us on our socials like Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, or YouTube, all at Aneke TV.
This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
You're still watching Sunrise on Aneke TV. Now today we'll be taking a look at an observation on the 10th September 2025. And today is the World Suicide Prevention Day. And this day began in 2003. It was an idea created together by the International Association for Suicide Prevention, ASP, and the World Health Organization, WHO. Their main goal was to raise awareness about how suicide can be prevented, and this special day happens every year on September 10th. And you might be wondering, why does this day matter? Well, it matters because World Suicide Prevention Day brings people and crucial conversations together. It reminds us that with empathy, support, and action, suicide prevention is truly shared commitment. Well, you might be wondering, suicide, what are the causes of suicide? Now we have different causes of suicide, which are...
Yes, you have depression. It could be family history. It could be emotional imbalance. Talk about low self-esteem. Talk about bullying. There are a whole lot of frustration, abuse, rejection. All these can lead to being suicide. Yes.
Yes, and then when you say suicide now, you might, funny enough, you would see certain people on the street, on the road, or your friend, but not knowing what he or she is passing through deeply, or because they don't speak out to tell you, okay, this is what they go through. Now, not knowing how the person is feeling at that moment. The person might be depressed, for instance, but then, and the overall solution to that issue or depression is just to end everything. Now that is what suicide is
all about.
Now, like, I'm going through something, and I just, because I can't share it based on others being judgmental about the situation, yes, and then I just want to
end it
all, and then...
Yes, and the way, like you pointed out, you don't know what each individual is going through.
Yes.
It could be your friend, it could be your neighbor, it could be your colleague. You understand? So, checking on people. When you see that somebody's attitude is changing, behavior pattern, somebody that is quite outspoken becomes withdrawn.
Yes.
Just a little care.
Yes.
Ask question. Debbie, Lexis, why are you so withdrawn? You understand? So a little care can change all.
Yes.
And like we did point out, you talk about family history.
Yes.
Do you understand? The people is in their gene. Do you understand? They've had a forebearer who committed suicide. Is your son transferable when research has shown that. So when you notice untold behavior, just check in. A little care can save the situation. People are going through a lot.
Yes.
Even the situation of the country, the economic situation of the country could be a factor.
It can be frustrating.
Yes, leading to being suicidal. It could be lack of job.
Yes. And suicide doesn't just come a day.
Sure.
It actually starts with the thoughts.
There's a process.
Yes.
There's a process from thought process before being able. It could say it takes courage to be able to carry such action, you know. And then as we were talking, I just remember the joke one of these comedians made one time, and he was like that the father told him that somebody that wants to commit suicide goes to a shop to buy sniper, will not wait to collect balance.
Okay.
So you remember that joke?
Yes.
So it's actually a process, and all we are saying, a little care, check in. It doesn't have to even be your friend.
Yes.
Do you understand? I know I keep saying this person is smiley. We've seen situations like this. And you've seen somebody that is smiley, bubbly, all of a sudden the person is withdrawn. You no longer see this person in the joint. This person no longer come to...
The person is no longer happy.
Happy.
Like,
It's not himself. Everything changes and all that. Just a little check can save the situation.
Yes.
And just like we're talking about family history, if dictated on time and all that, medication could come in.
Yes.
So the basics for me here, Debbie, is about care. Yes, that's very important for me.
Yes,
just care.
Check
up on somebody. It could solve a whole lot of different. We know the world is fast-paced now. Everybody is becoming more individualistic and approach and everything. And people are maintaining, what they call it? Their personal space.
Yes.
Nobody wants encroachment. But despite that, Debbie, we are still Africans. And we should be Africans. We shouldn't imbibe these foreign cultures to the detriment of our community, our society. Check in on your neighbor. Do you understand? As a village boy that I am, growing up, I remember we will be there wanting to, there's this man that used to tamper wine in my great-grandfather's compound. Yes, that would, when he does, he would always drop some kegs for us, and you'll be there. Oh, today they would, the elders now, when they sip, you will be waiting for the leftovers they will give to you and all that. And then somebody walks in unannounced. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Or you may see a relative that morning carrying a bag coming into the house unannounced. These African settings.
Yeah.
And then today we are talking about personal space, right? So despite all this, the point I'm trying to make is that, please, let's continue to be communal. That's what we are known as Africans. And that in itself can contribute, help in situations like this. Like you did mention, the issue of depression. in a bubbling, when we check up on somebody, being Africans and communal, you'll be able to dictate on time that somebody is becoming emotionally unstable. And then solution could be profiled on time. That's just the whole essence of the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, try reaching out to someone, even if the person is not your friend, even if the person is, you can even tell a stranger hello.
But baby, is this preventable? This issue of being suicidal, people committing suicide, we've even heard of people falling off from Third Mainland Bridge. You know, the courage to walk up to Third Mainland Bridge, if you know Third Mainland Bridge, as high as it is, and then the ocean bank, and then falling into that ocean. Do you understand?
Yes.
I begin to, as you are talking, I'm beginning to imagine that situation. But my question is, just like we've talked about being communal, is there a way, you understand, what government can do, what the media can do, what civil liberty organizations can do, what educational institutions can do, what religious bodies can do to help see that such situation is prevented? Is there anything they can do about that?
I think I might be right or I might be wrong, but then I think there are things they can do. But let's just say starting with ourselves, for example now. You see, majorly, when you go to schools, some people, it doesn't have to be violence, but then there are some people that go through
bullying,
verbal abuse.
Okay.
Do you get why I'm saying it? So people go to verbal abuse and you don't know who you're abusing. For instance,
the person's mental state.
Yes, the person's mental state. Like, for example, let me use myself as an example. In school, secondary school actually, I was the fairest in class, and then I was the slimmest and everything. Now they called me, yes, every time they say I don't have blood. I don't have enough blood in my body. And then they said this thing. Now, taking it somebody, or every day they call me saying maybe if I'm passing a bridge, I should put stones in my pocket so that I don't fly off. Yes. Now, if it's somebody that doesn't have a strong mental health, the person goes home and ponders about that thing over and over again. Yes. And then when they come, as in before you know it, the person starts eating too much, take all sorts of things, and which can sometimes too much of everything is bad. Now the person starts eating all those things, trying to add up, trying to do this thing, and gets into a sickness or an illness. Now, or let's leave food aside now, and the person can't stand. He or she doesn't want to go to school. The person
begins to withdraw from school.
Yes, doesn't want to go to school anymore. Because at the time, I stopped going to school.
Is that affecting you?
Yes, it started affecting me.
Seriously?
So I stopped going to school. But probably when it's break time, I run home.
Okay. But did you tell somebody about it?
No, I did not tell anybody about it.
You just bottled it?
Yes, I was like, okay, I wait for my mom to go to work.
And then you sneak back into the house?
And I sneak back into the house.
Seriously?
And then, but at the time, I'm like, I'm not the most slimmest person on earth.
Okay.
Do you get? I'm not the...
Where did this pressure come from? To know that you're not the most slimmest person on earth?
I don't know where it came from. But then I'm like, okay, maybe if I don't add now, maybe later I will add. But for now, I can't keep myself. Do you get? So all these things suicidal. Now, it's left for the person now to be open. And people mind the way they speak to one another. You
know, now that you're talking about it, I begin to remember what I used to tell one of my friends those days. That the way you behave, I don't think you stayed up to 9 months in this stomach. You know, I keep saying that to them. And one time, one person was courageous enough to come and tell me that, no, I went to ask my mother. My mother said I completed 9 months.
Oh, wow.
That I didn't stay 7 months like you said. You know, and now that you're saying it, I'm beginning to, reminisce that such a thing could, if somebody is not able to take it, yes, it could make somebody tip off the balance and all that.
Yes, and not knowing you're actually joking about it. Yes,
and I'm happy you're able to handle that and come
yes, I was able to handle it.
But have you ever seen somebody that committed suicide in school? You've had classmates, anybody?
I've had stories of people committing suicide due to school challenges.
School challenges?
School challenges, yes. I've had serious cases where people
they are unable to cope with lectures or something.
And they cannot talk to someone, okay? Like, just all of a sudden, there was this period where taking sniper was raining and everything. Now, I think, we don't know what the situation was, but after school, she had signed out. On her sign-out day, after that day, she went to her room, took sniper and died there. Yes.
She was done with school. You mean like this person is graduated already?
Exactly. She was done with school and then she just ended it. Nobody knows. Now it's left for you to like reach out to somebody. Maybe you see someone, even if you don't know the person, sometimes saying, hello, how are you? Are you okay? Da, da, da. So someone, anywhere it's possible, you can do it, but be careful though. At least it's bring a smile to somebody.
Make somebody smile.
Yes, even for that
help.
moment, it can help actually.
Really?
Just reaching out to the person can actually help, even if the person doesn't want to
Just
talk.
the way I looked out for you the other day, you were not smiling, and I was like,
okay, no, that aside. So please, let's try reaching out to someone. You never know, you never can tell. Someone might be dying in silence and just need somebody to
carry
call
out
him
awareness.
out. Yes,
awareness, like you're saying.
Yes,
The
like
churches, schools, mosques, media houses, government agencies, educational institutions.
You can actually, let
they
it
should
even
create
be taught in
awareness.
school.
Let it be, yes.
Suicide is not the end of the world.
Okay.
It's not. In fact, it's not the end of the problem.
There's no problem that
Yes.
should lead to being suicidal.
Now, even
and
if you
suicidal
commit,
cannot
even
solve a
if
problem,
it's
right?
being committed, what about your family
That you're leaving behind.
that you're leaving behind?
That's another aspect to it.
Now you decide you want to end it all.
Wow.
And then you
cause them mental.
you cause them pain. So what if you end it? What if you end it all? And let's say, God forbid, but let's say you are that close to your mom or your dad and they decide to follow you.
She may not recover from that and then wants to go the same way.
Yes, I want to go the same. Like, let's think about our families, our loved
like
ones also.
You're talking about it now is bringing chills all over me. Like seriously, I just stepped a bit into that mental state to imagine such pain of losing a loved one and to being suicidal. More often, the way you just said it, I begin to wonder that the people left behind may begin to blame themselves for not being able to do enough,
like
not being enough.
What could actually kill this person? Why did she come to me? All this stuff. And then you say, okay, I'm not a good parent. Let me just follow her. That kind of stuff. Yeah, so please, if you have any suicidal thoughts in your mind or in your head, please try talking to someone about it. Try counseling. You can try a therapist or anything. And then let us reach out to ourselves, okay? Now, we'll be taking a short break, but before that, please let us know what you're celebrating, what your observance is in anywhere you're watching from, and tag us at Aneke TV across Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube, or call our phone number 070-43-7110. We'll go on a short break, and when we return, we'll take you on our newspaper review.
Hello, I'm Bebra Wakoba. I am Chidimike Mede.
I am Uche Osai.
I'm Chiwendo Ifeanyi.
My name is Obobina Samson.
Please keep watching Aneke TV, or you can visit us on our socials like Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, or YouTube, all at Aneke TV.
This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
You're still watching Sunrise on Aneke TV. Now let's see what's making front page news today in The Nation, Punch, Vanguard, and The Guardian newspaper. Now on The Nation headlines, it reports DSS brokered, truce ends, Nupeng strikes threat. And over to the Punch headlines, it says, doctors to decide on nationwide strike today. On Vanguard, it says, world leaders envoys condemns Israel attacks on Qatar. And lastly, Guardian headline says, like I could see tricycles, buses parked waiting